The street lamps humming a jagged little song, chasing the shadows where we don't belong. The pavement is wet with a neon blue glow, reflecting a version of us I used to know. I'm walking the circuit of our old neighborhood, trying to feel something like I know I should. But the transformers are groaning under the weight of a love that was decided by a power grid fate. The sky is a bruise, a deep electric purple. I'm trapped in the spin of a dead-end circle, waiting for a bolt or a sign from above to explain the remains of this high voltage love. In these broken electric nights, we're just flickering shadows and dying lights. Current is jumping, the insulation is thin. I'm losing the battle to the state that I'm in. It's a citywide blackout at a heart-shaped hole, a surge of the sorrow that's taking control. Yeah, we're shorting out under the pressure and sights of these cold, broken electric nights. I see your face in every dashboard glare, a ghost in the static of the midnight air. I tried to call out, but the signal was crossed. Just another transmission that's permanently lost. Wires are swaying like we did in the rain, conducting the static and grounding the pain. We're a beautiful disaster, a light show gone wrong. The feedback at the end of a very long song. Heavy driving rhythm like a heartbeat. Spark it up, let the wires touch. I didn't think losing would hurt this much, but the power is leaking, the battery's low. I'm watching the last of the street lights go. In these broken electric nights, we're just flickering shadows and dying lights. The current is jumping, the insulation is thin. I'm losing the battle to the state that I'm in. And it's a citywide blackout, a heart-shaped hole, a surge of the sorrow that's taking control. Yeah, we're shorting out under the pressure and sights of these cold, broken electric nights. Lights broken. Can you see the spark before we fade into the dark? I'm humming a tune that we used to know, but the notes are all jagged and the tempo is slow. I try to reach for that high, sweet refrain, but my throat is a desert, it's thirsty for rain. Your piano is missing its middle C key, just like the gap between you and me. I'm tracing the staff where the ink started to run, the ghost of a masterpiece that never got done. The rhythm is off and the beat is skipped. The story we wrote has been brutally ripped. I'm reaching for harmony, catching the air, searching for music that isn't there. I'm just singing these broken melody lines, tracing the cracks and the warning signs. The bridge is collapsing, the hook is alive, a beautiful anthem that went off to die. Every sharp is a sting, every flat is a fall. I'm a wall of sound hitting a little wall. Yeah, the song of us is out of time, searching for a reason, but I can't find the rhyme.
The radio's playing a ghost of a track, static and feedback, there's no turning back. I tried to tune out the sound of your name, but the frequency's locked on the guilt and the shame. I'm a record that's scratched, stuck in a groove, waiting for a feeling that'll make me move. But the needle is blunt and the vinyl is thin. I'm losing the battle, I'm vibrating it.
Silence isn't empty, it's heavy and loud. It's the weight of the thunder inside of a cloud. I'm a solo performance with no one to hear, just the ring of the tinnitus, fueled by the I'm just singing these broken melody lines, tracing the cracks and the warning signs. The bridge is collapsing, the hook is a lie, a beautiful anthem that went off to die. Every sharp is a sting, every flat is a fall. I'm a wall of sound hidden a little well. Yeah, the song of us is out of time, searching for a reason, but I can't find the rhyme. Broken, just a line, a fractured verse. It's getting better. I'm still setting 2 plates at the table, feeding a ghost that never shows up. The silence in the kitchen is getting louder. I'm drinking memories from a broken cup. I trace the outline of where you used to sleep. The sheets are cold and the secrets are deep. I'm a map with no destination left to find, just a silhouette you decided to leave behind. clock on the wall has stopped in its place, refusing to move without the light of your face. And I'm screaming into the hollow of the hall, waiting for a shadow to catch my fall. Now I'm just an echoing chorus of pain, a lonely melody caught in the pouring rain. You took the lyrics but you left the sound of a heart-eating heart on the frozen ground. It's a symphony of should-haves and goodbyes, reflected in the static of these tired eyes. Yeah, I'm the song that nobody wants to sing, just the hollow vibration of a broken string. I saw your car turn the corner of my street, but it was someone else with a life more complete. I reached for my phone to tell you the news, then remembered I'm the one you chose to lose. The perfume on your sweater is starting to fade, just like the promises that we both made. I'm a museum of a love that died young, 1,000 I love yous left on my tongue. They say that time is a healer, a friend, but time is just a hallway that never quite ends. The rim of your laughter is haunting the vents, living in the spaces of past tense. I'm loud in the quiet, I'm lost in the dark, searching for the fire, but I've lost the spark. 'Cause I'm just an echoing chorus of pain, a lonely melody caught in the pouring rain. You took the lyrics but you left the sound of a heart-eating heart on the frozen ground. It's a symphony of should-haves and goodbyes, reflected in the static of these tired eyes. Yeah, I'm the song that nobody wants to sing, just the hollow vibration of a broken string. 'Cause I'm just an echoing chorus of pain, a lonely melody caught in the pouring rain. You took the lyrics but you left the sound of a heart-eating heart on the frozen ground. It's a symphony of should-haves and goodbyes, reflected in the static of these tired eyes. Yeah, I'm the song that nobody wants to sing, just the hollow vibration of a broken string, echoing. I'm still echoing. The music ended, but the noise remains, and the empty rooms and the window panes, just an echo of a heart that used to know how to let go. The lights in the hallway are flickering thin, like the current is fighting the skin that I'm in. touched the brass handle and felt the blue spark, a reminder of how we lit up the dark. But the wiring is frayed and the insulation's torn from a beautiful fire that's withered and worn. I'm smelling the ozone, I'm hearing the hum of a power surge, waiting for the damage to come. My heart's a transformer that's starting to smoke, a high voltage promise that finally broke. I'm reaching for the switch, but the handle is hot. I'm losing the connection to everything I've got, and I'm just a victim of electric love damage, with a static-filled heart that I can't seem to manage. The fuse has been blown and the screen's gone to black. There's no way to jumpstart the feeling we lack. It's a shot in the system, a jolt to the bone, a power grid failure of being alone. Yeah, I'm sparking and shaking in the wreckage and ruins of an electric love and the damage it's doing. I tried to reboot, I tried to reset, but the motherboard soaked in the tears of regret. I'm a circuit board melting under the weight of a too much too soon kind of digital fate. You were the lightning, I was the rod, a dangerous game played with a technical god. Mom, just a wire that's exposed to the rain, conducting the sorrow and grounding the pain. Overload. The system is crashing. The server is down. I'm a ghost in the wires of a blackout town. Cut the power, let the darkness arrive before the voltage eats me alive. And I'm just a victim of a lifetime smoke before the dawn. I'm staring at the neon through a cracked window pane. The city's humming a rhythm that sounds like your name. Got the radio up, but the signal is weak, just like the words that I'm too tired to speak. I try to hold on to the way that we felt, but the gold in the memory is starting to melt. I'm alone, some frequency losing the fight. In the static and shadows of a Tuesday night, I'm reaching for the anthem, the one we used to cry. But the notes are all evaporating into the sky. Your drumbeat is heavy, the bass is a ghost. I'm missing the person I needed the most, and I'm just a fading hook tonight, losing the color, losing the light, the part of the song that you used to crave is sinking down deep in a digital wave. I'm the catching line that you're starting to forget, the silhouette dancing on a cigarette. Yeah, I'm slipping away out of your sight, just a fading hook tonight. The playlist is moving, but I'm stuck on repeat. A glitch in the system, a heart off the beat. I remember the bridge where we swore we'd survive. Now I'm barely a whisper, barely alive. You're humming a new tune, a brighter refrain. Well, I'm the white noise in the back of your brain. The hook was so strong when the summer was new. Now it's just a ghost story I'm telling to you. Turn me up, don't let the silence win. I'm peeling back layers, I'm shedding my skin, but the volume is dropping, the power is low. I'm sitting in the corner where the shadows grow tall, watching the moonlight retreat down the wall. I've got a single match left in a damp little box, and a heart that's been shuttered with heavy-duty locks. The wind through the floorboards is whistling a tune off a love that was eclipsed by a cold silver moon. I'm holding my breath just to keep the flame still, fighting the draft and the weight of the chill. The night is an ocean, it's deep and it's wide. I'm just a castaway waiting for the tide. I'm squinting my eyes just to see what is real in the hollowed out spaces of the things that I feel. I'm just a flicker in the darkness tonight, a shaky little prayer, a ghost of a light. I'm the last bit of gold in a world turning black, praying for the sun, but it's not coming back. One breath would erase me, one gust and I'm gone. A fragile vibration before the great dawn. Yeah, I'm barely a spark, just a soul on the brink, a flicker in the darkness, beginning to blink. Silhouette in the grain of the wood. I'd reach out to touch you if I thought that I could, but the light is too thin and the vision is blurred by the weight of the goodbyes that were never quite heard. I'm a candle that's melted, a wick burning low, a remnant of fire that's got nowhere to go. The silence is thick and it's heavy as lead, filling the spaces on your side of the bed. Don't blink, don't move, don't let it go out. I'm drowning the whispers of worry and doubt, but the wax is all spent and the oxygen's thin. I'm losing the battle to the night closing beginning to blink. Flicker, almost gone. Hold on, just a I'm scrolling through the years in a digital row, from the summer of us to the status unknown. I see your name next to the tracks that we loved, a curated ghost that I can't get rid of. I try to hit shuffle to find something new, but the algorithm keeps leading to you. It's a haunted collection, a data-driven ache, a sequence of choices I can't seem to break. I'm skipping the anthems, I'm skipping the fun, I'm looking for lyrics where the damage is done. I'm building a temple out of mid-tempo tracks, waiting for the feeling to finally come back. I've got my heart in a playlist tonight, losing the rhythm and losing the fight. we took before we stopped reading from the same book. Track number 7 was our favorite one. No, I can't even listen till the bridge is all done. I'm checking the recently played on your page, watching you move to a different stage, while I'm stuck in the loop of a 2019 sound, dragging my speakers all over the ground. Pills play, pause, rewind, repeat. I'm just a vibration beneath your feet. Delete the history, clear out the cache, but you can't throw a soul in the digital trash. I've got my heart in a playlist tonight, losing the rhythm and losing the fight, tucked between a ballad and a lo-fi beat, as the sound of a promise that was never complete. I'm just a hidden track that you never play, a 3-minute memory that's fading to gray. Yeah, I'm living in the cloud out of your sight, just a heart in a playlist tonight. Still waiting to load the end of the road. The dashboard's glowing a soft neon green, like a low battery signal on a broken machine. I'm staring through the glass at the 4 a.m. haze, while the world dissolves in 1,000 different ways. The red of the brake lights, the white of the lines, they're bleeding together like forgotten signs. My vision is heavy, the focus is gone. I'm drifting in circles, waiting for dawn. Every street light is a halo of gold, telling a story that's already been told. And the lights blur slowly, a watercolor night, flashing out the edges of what used to be bright. Kaleidoscope of sorrow, slowly. Everything is soft now. The sharp edges are gone. The pain is a smudge. Just a glow in the dark. Slowly blur. The sound of a long deep breath, followed by a soft hum that fades to nothing. I'm staring at the ceiling as the sun starts to bleed. The record player spinning at a desperate speed. It's the same 4 bars and a crackle of dust, a mechanical version of who can we trust. I try to lift the needle, try to break the spell, but I'm trapped in a circuit of melodic cell. I remember the bridge where we used to feel free. Now it's just a circle surrounding me. The rhythm is a hammer, the snare is a nail, a high definition story that's destined to fail. I'm waiting for the change, for the key to shift, but I'm just a ghost in a rhythmic trip. And I'm just a loop in love gone wrong, a 3-second segment of a 30-year song. The needle is digging a trench in my chest, refusing to give all the almost a rest. It's a pitch and a partial, a skip in a heart, a circle that's tearing the finish apart. Yeah, I'm stuck on the part where you said forever, a loop in love that I can't seem to sever. I went to the kitchen to drown out the noise, but the hum of the fridge has your specific voice. Every motor and fan is in sync with the track, a choir of shadows that won't take it back. I'm a sample of us being stretched until thin, a digital prison I'm vibrating in. The hook was a promise, the hook was a dream. Now it's a jagged and repetitive scream. Round and round the same old ground, a wall of mirrors, a wall of sound. Break the circuit, cut the wire. I'm a moth circling a cold dead fire, and I'm just a loop verses are easy, they talk about the start, the how we met and the stealing of my heart. I can write the beginning with my eyes closed tight, but I'm stuck on the part where we lost the light. The pages are turning, but the ink is all dry on the chapter that explains why you said goodbye. I'm looking for a roadmap in a stack of old rhymes, but I'm losing the signal, I'm falling behind. The pre-chorus builds like a storm in the chest, a heavy set pressure that won't let me rest. I'm climbing the scale, looking for the peak, but the higher I go, the more that I'm weak. And I'm just lost in the chorus again, a circle of why and a cycle of when. The part that's supposed to be catchy and loud is just a gray fog and a heavy black cloud. I'm spinning in circles, I'm stuck in the hoop, the same three words that you eventually took. Yeah, I'm screaming the center, but I can't find the end. Just lost in the chorus of a broken down friend. There's a bridge up ahead, or at least there should be a way to get over this version of me. But the repetition is a comfort and a curse. It's a beautiful cage in the middle of a verse. I remember the melody, it used to be sweet. Now it's just a ghost walking down a dead street. I'm a backing vocal in my own tragic song, wondering where the harmony started going wrong. Where's the exit? Where's the light? I've been singing the same line all night. It's a I miss you loop, a comeback refrain, a digital glitch in an analog brain. Can't find the verse. The streetlights are bleeding into the black. I'm walking a path with no turning back. Past the closed up cafes and the luxury stores, at least there for echoes behind heavy doors. Map on my phone is a tangled up mess, reflecting the weight of this hollow distress. I'm a face in the glass of a darkened display, watching the ghost of us drifting away. The alleys are narrow, the shadows are long, and I'm just a lyric in a forgotten song. Now I'm lost in downtown, a soul on the run, under the glare of the sunbathing sun. The concrete is cold and the sirens are loud. I'm searching for us in a ghost of a crowd, a labyrinth of silver, a canyon of steel, trying to remember who is supposed to feel it. The city is vast and the spirit is down when you're lost in downtown. The steam from the vents is a white noise blur, masking the memory of who we both were. I recognize the corner where we hailed that cab. Know every brick is a fresh edge stab. I'm a tourist of heartbreak in my own hometown, watching the towers of my confidence drown. One-way streets and dead-end signs. I'm reading the cracks and the jagged ends lines. There's no GPS for a heart that is torn in the quiet of a city that hasn't been born. Now I'm lost in downtown, a soul on the run, under the glare of a cinder sky. The concrete is cold and the sirens are loud. I'm searching for us in a ghost of a cloud, a labyrinth of silver, a canyon of steel, trying to remember how it's supposed to feel. The city is vast and the spirit is down when you're lost in downtown. I don't know the way home anymore. The streets all look the same, every corner, every name lost downtown. The sound of a distant police siren fading into the wind. My pocket vibrates, a phantom sting. I'm checking the screen for anything, but it's just a weather alert for rain or a low battery warning for my brain. I'm digging through a mountain of digital noise, looking for the echo of your voice. I've got news for the world, and that's for the soul, but I'm losing my grip and I'm losing control. 100 red circles, 1,000 unread, but not a single word from the things you say. I'm lost in notifications, buried in the feed, drowning in the data that I don't even need. Every ping is a heartbeat, everything is a lie, just a flicker of hope in a pixelated sky. I'm scrolling through the chaos, searching for a sign, but you're the only name that won't ever align. Yeah, the world is screaming, but my heart is a station, lost in notifications. Someone liked a photo from 3 years ago, trending now, everything you don't want to know. The algorithm's trying to fill up the hole, but it can't find a script for a broken soul. I'm clearing the tray, I'm wiping the slate, but the silence from you is the heaviest weight. Update, hide, reminder, ping. I'm allergic to the sound of a phone when it rings. Filter the static, mute all the rest, put the do not disturb on the ache in my chest. I'm lost in notifications, buried in the feed, drowning in the data that I don't even need. Everything is a heartbeat, everything is a lie, just a flicker of hope in a pixelated sky. I'm scrolling through the chaos, searching for a sign, but you're the only name that won't ever align. Yeah, the world is screaming, but my heart is a station, lost in notifications. Delete all, except the one that never came. I'm still waiting for your name. Delete all, except the one that never came. I'm still waiting for your name. The green dot is glowing, a taunting little light, mocking the stillness of the middle of the night. You're active, you're scrolling, you're somewhere in the cloud, but the quiet between us is screaming so loud. I'm watching the status like a hunter in the dark, waiting for a flicker, waiting for a spark. The world is connected, a billion hearts on tap, but I'm falling through the middle of a digital gap. I know that you're awake, I can feel the electric hum, but the notification I'm craving won't come. It's a midnight online silence, a cold-hearted peace, a digital prison with no hope of release. I'm staring at your name, but I'm hitting a wall of 1,000 unsaid things and no words at all. The reactive now is a dagger in my chest while I'm wide awake, and you put us to rest. Yeah, the air is heavy and the spirit is dense in this midnight online silence. Maybe you're talking to someone who's new, maybe you're staring at my window too, but the pride is a firewall, thick and so tall, keeping us both from breaking the fall. Only hate would be enough to shatter the ice, but we're both playing chicken with a heavy price. Type something, anything, even just a period. The suspense is becoming a little bit delirious. I'm hovering, I'm hoping, I'm losing my mind, and the trail of the data we're leaving behind. It's a midnight online silence, a cold-hearted peace, a digital prison with no hope of release. I'm staring at your name, but I'm hitting a wall of 1,000 unsaid things to no words at all. React again, there's a dagger in my chest while I'm wide awake, and you're putting us to rest. Yeah, the air is heavy and the spirit is dense. This midnight online silence. The green light is out, the screen is just black. I guess there's no way of calling you back. Silence. Midnight. Offline. The sound of a single soft click as the phone is locked. The sun went down and the brightness burned. I'm scrolling through the lessons I never learned. The white screen glare was a bit too much, like the stinging memory of your touch. So I toggled the switch and I dimmed the light to match the color of my soul tonight. I'm hiding in the contrast. with a shattered heart in dark mode. The notifications are all silenced now. Fix the brokenness if I knew how. But the UI's changed and the icons fade into this hollow, empty space we made. I'm reading old texts in the charcoal ink, trying not to feel, trying not to think. They say the light is where the healing starts, but there's no room for light in broken hearts. I'll stay in the aesthetic of the gloom, like a quiet echo in an empty room. Yeah, I'm living with my heart in dark mode, walking down a cold and a lonely road. No more neon, no more golden road. Just the heavy shadows that I've come to know. I've turned the saturation down to zero. You left the story, I'm no longer the hero. I'm just a silhouette, a heavy load, with a shattered heart in dark mode. It's easier on the eyes this way, to keep the colors of the past at bay. Dark mode, heart mode, fade to black. We were burning bright out of 120 frames, a masterpiece flickering in electric frames. Your pink light tangled in my ocean blue. I thought the power grid was bulletproof for you, but the voltage spiked and the colors bled. Oh, there's a buzzing sound inside my head. We were a high-speed chase in a digital dream. No, I'm just a glitch staring at the scene. The gas is floored, but the engine's dead. Caught in the static of the words you said. It's a neon love crash, sparks in the rain, pink and purple streaks of a beautiful pain. We hit the wall at the speed of light and shattered the glass of a perfect night. Now the glow is fading, the street is cold, a story of fire that's never been told. Just a twisted wreck in the middle of the dash from a neon love crash. The signs are buzzing with a broken open sign, like the fractured rhythm of your heart and mine. I'm picking up the shards of the sapphire glow, watching the last of the embers go. I thought we were a future that would never dim, but the circuit broke on a hollow wind. Hard hit and drum, heavy shade. The city's still humming like nothing's wrong, but the frequency's off in our favorite song. The skyline's blurring, the pulse is low. I'm waiting for the dark to take the show. It's a neon love crash, sparks in the rain, pink and purple. and shattered the glass of a perfect night. Now the glow is fading, the street is cold, a story of fire that's never been told. Just a twisted wreck in the middle of the dash, from a neon love crash. Sparks flying, sparks flying. The light is dying out. Can you see the smoke? We were a beautiful disaster, baby. Neon crash, crash, crash. The lights in the hallway are flickering thin, like the current is fighting the skin that I'm in. I touched the brass handle and felt the blue spark, a reminder of how we lit up the dark. But the wiring is frayed and the insulation's torn from a beautiful fire that's withered and worn. I'm smelling the ozone, I'm hearing the hum off a power surge, waiting for the damage to come. My heart's a transformer, it's starting to snow. A high voltage promise that finally broke. I'm reaching for the switch, but the handle is hard. I'm losing the connection to everything I've got, and I'm just a victim of electric love damage, with a static-filled heart that I can't seem to manage. The fuse has been blown and the screen's gone to black. There's no way to jumpstart the feeling we lack. It's a short in the system, a jolt to the bone, a power grid failure of being alone. Yeah, I'm sparking and shaking on the wreckage and ruins of an electric dove, and the damage it's doing. I tried to reboot, I tried to reset, but the motherboard's soaked in the tears of regret. I'm a circuit board melting under the weight of a too much too soon kind of digital fate. You were the lightning, I was the rod, a dangerous game played with a technical god. No, I'm just a wire that's exposed to the rain, conducting the sorrow and grounding the pain. Building distortion, Willick and buzzing, overload. The system is crashing, the server is down. I'm a ghost in the wires of a blackout town. Cut the power, let the darkness arrive before the voltage eats me alive. And I'm just a victim of electric love damage, with a static-filled heart that I can't seem to manage. The fuse has been blown and the screen's gone to black. There's no way to jumpstart the feeling we lack. The short in the system, a jolt to the bone, a power grid failure of being alone. Yeah, I'm sparking and shaking the wreckage and ruins of an electric love, and the damage it's doing. Coldness, the current is gone, just the smell of the smoke before the dawn. The city is a blur of electric pink. I'm standing on the edge, trying not to think. Rain is coming down in a chemical haze, reflecting the ghost of our better days. I'm leaning my head against the cold wet glass. I watch the high-speed heartbreak pass. The headlights are bleeding and the stoplights are blue. Everything's a filter for losing you. My mascara is running in a violet streak, while the strength in my heart is getting tired and weak. Now neon tears are cascading, drip, dripping down. So luminous sediment in this desolate town. Radiant catastrophe, stunning chaos. Under the burden of this fluorescent pressure, I am weeping. Technicolor, submerged in the glow, watching our final energy fade away. Yes, the pavement is ablaze and the spirit is depleted with these neon tears they are shed. The billboard is flickering your favorite name, but the person in the picture isn't the same. I'm a silhouette lost in a sapphire rain, trying to outrun a digital pain. The puddles are oil and the air is a hum. I'm waiting for a feeling that'll never come. Heavy, bossy, and much of the beat, bass, hearty, yellow, sting of the red. I'm haunted by the things that you never said. Let the colors dissolve, let the circuitry fry under the lid of a neon yeah, it's just neon tears dripping, drip, dripping down. The only bright thing in this hollowed out town. A glow in a disaster, a beautiful mess under the weight of a neon sky. Shining in technicolor, drowning the glow, watching the lust of our energy go. Yeah, the climate is stunning, and the spirit is stripped with these neon tears. Just dripping, dripping, dripping. The colors are running together. Dripping, dripping. The city is crying too. Dripping, dripping, dripping. Neon man. Dripping, 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 dripping. The sound of rain hitting a metal roof. I'm turning the volume knob down to the bone. feels like being alone. The neighbors are sleeping, the streetlights are dim, and I'm tracing the ghost of a world on the rim. I used to have anthems, I used to have roar, but I'm sweeping no notes off the hardwood floor. The grand finale was a door clicking shut. No, I'm just a needle stuck deep in the cut. The strings are all muted, the brass is all gone. I'm just a shadow waiting for dawn. No crash of the cymbals, no wave of the hand, just the sound of the hourglass running out of sand. It's just a quiet song ending tonight. No big explosion, no flash of the light, just a slow deceleration of a heart on the run. The cooling of embers when the fire is done. I'm whispering, stay to a room full of rain, while the melody vanishes thin as a hair. Yeah, the music is leaving, it's mending its ways in the heavy set silence that a quiet song brings. The dust motes are dancing in the light of the hall. Break tiny performers who gave it their all. I remember the bridge where the rhythm was fast, and that feel that's beautiful is built to last. I'm folding the sheet music, tucking it away in a drawer full of things I was too scared to say. Hum of the fridge is my only applause, a mechanical witness to all of my flaws. Don't wait for the encore, the stage is all dark. The janitor's coming to sweep up the spark. It's a graceful retreat, a polite little no. The hardest part of the music is knowing when to go. It's just a quiet song ending tonight. No big explosion, no flash of the light, just a slow deceleration of a heart on the run. The cooling of embers when the fire is done. I'm whispering, stay to a room more rain, while the melody vanishes thin as a hair. Yeah, the music is leaving, it's mending its wings in the heavy set silence that a quiet song brings. So quiet, I can hear my own pulse. It's over. This party is vibrating the floor, but I'm just staring at the lock on the door. Every thump of the bass is a physical hit, a reminder of how we just couldn't quit. I'm counting the seconds in the gaps of the sound, between the ceiling and the cold hard ground. I tried to change the station, tried to find a new frequency, but the airwaves are haunted by the ghost of you and me. It's a rhythm I hate, but I can't stop tapping. A nightmare that's real while the world is still napping. A snare is a sting and the kick is a bruise. I'm the only one left with everything to lose. I'm stuck on this sad beat replay, watching the colors all turn into gray. A loop of a moment you walked out the gate, set to a tempo of sorrow and weight. It's a lo-fi heartbreak, a digital ache, a cycle of sorry that I couldn't break. Yeah, my heart's on a circuit, it's stuck in the gray, on a never-ending sad beat replay. I went to the grocery, I went to the park, but the rhythm followed me into the dark. A metronome ticking inside of my chest, refusing to give all the memories a rest. I'm a 4/4 tragedy, a standard decline, trying to find a melody that's actually mine. But the production is muddy, the levels are peaking, and the silence is just another way of you speaking. Halftime feel heavy and slow. Drop the track, let the silence back in. I'm tired of the noise, I'm tired of the spin. The wheel keeps turning, the record is warped. A beautiful anthem that's been cruelly distorted. Didn't get a phone call, didn't get a text, just a quiet update on what's coming next. In a relationship, turn to a blank space, like you're systematically erasing my face. No grand announcement, no digital screen, just the sound of a shattering dream. I'm refreshing the page, rubbing my eyes, looking for the truth in your web of lies. But the sidebar shifted and the header's gone, and I'm standing here waiting for a heartless dawn. It's a silent status change, a quiet goodbye, without a sorry or a reason why. You just toggle the switch and you let me go, while I'm sitting here watching the shadow grow. No warning shot, no lightning strikes, just the cold hard logic of a dislike. Yeah, the world is moving but mine feels strange after your silent status change. Your bio is shorter, your profile is new, There's no more us in the about you. I'm a legacy contact you've decided to cut. Why? I'm still standing here with my eyes wide shut. It's a peaceful transition for everyone else, but it's a category 5 for my mental health. You didn't have to say it, did you? The algorithm told me the truth. A single click and a decade's worth of youth is just archived data in a digital booth. Yeah, it's a silent status change, a quiet goodbye, without a sorry or a reason why. You just toggled a switch and you let me go. I'm sitting here watching the shadow grow. No warning shot, no lightning strikes, just the cold hard logic of a dislike. Yeah, the world is moving, but mine feels strange after your silent status change. Single, available, gone. The screen is lying. It's official now, isn't it? Even if my heart won't admit it. Status lost. Status broken. Silent status change. Silent status change. Okay. The penthouse windows are bleeding gold, but the story inside is already old. I'm looking down from the 80th floor at the ghost of the girl I don't know anymore. The grid of the streets is a glowing cage, and I'm just a smudge on a luxury page. The air is thin and the clouds are gray, watching the sunset flicker away. We built a castle of glass and steel. No, I can't remember how it felt to be real. It's just skyline hearts breaking against the stars. Above the sirens and the rushing cars. $1 million view of a bankrupt soul. Losing my grip and losing control. We're high-rise shadows, we're beautiful wrecks, hissing in feelings for digital checks. Yeah, the higher we climb, the harder the fall. With skyline hearts breaking over it all. The red blinking light on the antenna mast is a warning signal that we couldn't last. The fog is rolling in thick and cold to swallow the lies that we both have told. I'm a silhouette pressed to the freezing pain, watching the city dissolve in the rain. I'm tracing the waves on a jagged line, trying to find where your heart meets mine. But the frequency's shifting, the pitch is thin. I'm losing the battle before I begin. Your voice is a shadow, a muffled grain, like salt on a wound or the sound of the rain. I'm adjusting the dial, I'm chasing the ghost of the version of us that I miss the most. Yet the more I reach, the more it breaks into 1,000 little white noise aches. It's just static love lines buzzing in my ears, a soundtrack of all of my unspoken fears. We're caught in the crosstalk, we're fading out fast to silhouettes built from a signal that won't last. I can't hear the words through the hiss and the hum, just the cold, heavy rhythm of a heart going numb. Yeah, we're breaking up, crossing the pines, lost in these static love lines. The screen is a blizzard, black and white, no clear picture of us inside. I remember the days when the signal was clear, when I didn't have to shout just to feel you near. No, you're a glitch in a beautiful song, and I'm just the listener who stayed too long. Can you hear me? Are you even there? Or am I just screaming at the empty air? The connection is dead, the copper is cold, and the story we started will never be told. It's just static love lines buzzing in my ears, the soundtrack of all my unspoken fears. We're caught in the crosstalk, we're fading out fast to silhouettes built from a signal that won't last. I can't hear the words through the hiss and the hum, just the cold, heavy rhythm of a heart going numb. Yeah, we're breaking up, crossing the pines, lost in these static love lands. Tune me out, I'm losing you now. Static, over and out. Long, high-pitched feedback that cuts to silence. The yellow door slams and the meter starts ticking. My Pulse is a rhythm, a slow motion kicking. The city is a blur in the rain on the glass, watching the ghosts of our memories pass. I'm leaning my head on the cold leather seat, while the tires hum a melody of our defeat. Where to, the driver asks through the mesh. I've got no destination that's feeling fresh. Just away from the club, away from the glow. From the low, home that's a house I no longer know. Oh, it's just taxi ride, tears in the back of the cab. Then another night over, another fresh step. The street lights are streaks of a violet blue. Everything's a filter, I'm losing you. The radio's playing a song about staying, but I'm just a shadow, broken and fraying. A silent disaster, a soul in arrears. With these taxi ride tears. We used to share headphones in the middle of the night, tangled in cables and the dashboard light. Now the space beside me is a hollowed out canyon, a lonely commute with no companion. I'm watching my reflection in the plastic partition, the low resolution fading edition. Red light, green light, stop, go. I'm trapped in a cycle I can't even show. The driver's not looking, he's seen it before. A heart left in pieces on a taxi floor. Oh, it's just taxi ride, tears in the back of the cab. Another night over, another fresh step. The street lights are streaks of a violet blue. Everything's a filter, I'm losing you. The radio's playing a song about staying, but I'm just a shadow, broken and fraying. A silent disaster, a soul in arrears. With these taxi ride tears. Keep the change. I'm almost there. The curb is wet. The engine is hot. I'm standing exactly where I was not before. Taxi. Tears. Sound of a car driving away through a puddle, fading into silence. I see the bubble pop up, then it goes away, like a ghost in the machine with nothing to say. I've got my thumb hovering over the glass, watching the minutes and the hours pass. I write out I miss you, then I backspace the you, then I delete the I miss until the screen is new. The cursor is blinking like a steady heartbeat, while I'm sitting here shivering in the June heat. I've got 1,000 things I need you to know, but I'm terrified of letting the feeling show. I'm just typing and self-defeating, just typing and deleting. Maybe I'll say hey, but that's too small. Maybe are you there, but that's a desperate call. I've drafted a novel and I've burned it down, the king of a quiet and a pixelated town. I'm editing the truth until it looks like a lie, just to keep from saying a real goodbye. Click, click. Type, delete. Type, delete. Can you feel the static? Can you feel the heat? I'm screaming in the draft box, loud and clear, but on your end, it's like I'm not even here. The silence of the screen. I almost said it that time. I almost hit send, but the screen is empty again. Just a blinking line in the dark. Blue rain. The streetlights are bleeding into puddles of ink. Too much time in this kitchen, too much time just to think. The clouds are like velvet, heavy and low, with nowhere to run and nowhere to go. I'm watching the droplets race down the pane, like tears from the sky, like a slow motion stain. The neon sign flickers, a hollow open sign, but there's nobody here in this heart of mine. In these blue rain nights, the silence is loud. I'm just a shadow, lost in a cloud. The rhythm on the roof is a heartbeat of lead, echoing all of the things that you said. Every splash on the pavement is a memory of you, washing me out in a deep shade of blue. Yeah, the world is a storm, but I'm losing the light in these lonely blue rain nights. I put on your record, but the needle just skips, like the words that are frozen on the edge of my lips. The thunder is distant, a dull heavy thud, while the ghosts of our laughter after are buried in mud. I'm tracing your name in the steam on the glass, watching the ghosts of the taxi cabs pass. The city is drowning, the gutters are full, and I'm feeling the weight of the gravity pull. Is it raining where you are? Is it cold on your skin? Are you letting the storm or the silence in? I'd trade all the sunshine for a leak in the roof, if it meant that our love was still bulletproof. In these blue rain nights, the silence is loud. I'm just a shadow, lost in a cloud. The rhythm on the roof is a heartbeat of lead, echoing all of the things that you said.